So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Daniel Choi, which is Woohyuk Choi, and today I'm going to talk about swimming. So, to start off with the introduction, like when you think about the swimming, what comes to your mind first? Like, is it a competitions, exercise, maybe just fun at some beach, or like, but maybe many amateur swimmers, including myself, as a national swimmer in South Korea, swimming means something far deeper. During my year as a competitive swimmer from elementary school throughout all the high school, I realized the pool wasn't just like a training ground. It was actually a sacred space. Underwater, like the word goes silent, like the movement slows, how the movement of water moves, breathing like become more intentional. And in those moments, like swimming becomes like my meditations, part of my meditation rules and a transformation of both bodies and mind. And today, like I want to show you how swimming, beyond being a sport, actually shows spiritual devotions. Second, ritual in swimming. So like religious ceremonies, like swimming has its own rituals. Like every practice starts the same way, such as like warm-ups, breathing drills, and race days ritual. It's all same. Like how a familiar pattern that swimmer follows almost without thinking. And on the race days, it's getting obviously like intense. We have personal like rituals too, like maybe a prayer or the specific song that we listen before we goes to a race, or exact way to tie our goggles, or how we put two caps, like cap and goggle and cap, like two caps between um our heads. And these repetitive actions are not just the routines, like they're like acts of something that means actually. So they prepare the mind and body, like just like a rituals, like religious traditions, like creates a sacred mental space. And the rhythm of these rituals like gives swimmers a sense of like peace or structure or the deeper emotional connection to what they're doing. And discipline in swimming, like beyond these ritual things or the swimming like demands like extreme discipline. Like it's one of the form of the devotion. Like I'll tell you my story, like waking up before the dawn, like 6 a.m, 6 a.m, swim miles or like kilometers, like 5 to 7 kilometers each day, go eat, go to workout, take a nap for a bit, and then just swim again. These are like Olympic routine, and that's why I was able to become a like national swimmer and junior national swimmer. And with this kind of training, like transforms into like meditations, like such as my arms and legs and breathes, like they move in sync, creating like a meditative like rhythm that carries you forward. And because of this discipline, like swimmers like such as me like can develop actually more than a physical strength. They kind of build their like patience and resilience and almost like sense of the purpose. But like swimming is not just about the control, and it's also about the release too. Like there's something healing about like sleeping into like waters, and it carries your weight, like observe your fears. And to me, like swimming helped like a lot of increase release like stress everyday life, or the fears that like seemed impossible for the like that happen in the real reality. But many swimmer like describes the moments of like unexpected like emotional breakthrough into the water, such as like their emotions such as crying, like smiling, or simply like feeling lighter after a swim. And basically, like water is often like seen as a symbol of cleansing in religious tradition in my perspective, and in swimming and in my own way, like become like a form of a emotional and spiritual healing, allowing transformations like to happen like beneath the surface. So basically it's just this personal like growth throughout the water emotion. And I just talked about briefly about my story. And swimming as a spiritual connection is basically just simple. Like swimming offers more than just the physical benefits, and it connects like swimmers to something greater, to nature or their souls or their energy that like it's hard to define, but it's also hard to ignore. And this kind of dividing line between the sports and like spirituality like dissolve in the water when we actually swim. And for many amateur swimmers, like including myself, the journey in the pool isn't just about the getting faster or stronger. Seriously, this is like 100% guarantee. But like it's about finding a sense of peace, growth, and inside your heart or inside your body, you try to build yourself into a better person and to get more relaxed and released. So swimming in my purest form like becomes a sacred journey or a ceremony of a body or mind or spirit. So therefore, like to conclude, like swimming itself was my life from the elementary school through the all the way to the high school, and even right now I'm doing it as a hobby. But still, like I want to get faster. I want to do like be better than others. However, these days, like as I grew, like I'm 25, and as I grew older, like I started to like think of more like to the health side rather than like if it was like the time was important in the high school, middle school. But these days I kind of change it into like my building my strength, building my inner like inner mindsets and my physical body instead of like time or records. So swimming actually means a lot to me, and it's spiritual definitely connected each other. So thank you for listening for my final religion homework or the project. Thank you.